Hello, beautiful one. It's Kylie here from KyliePatchett.com, mindset coach for women entrepreneurs, and welcome back to another edition of Paddock Pondering. To continue our theme of shining the light, shining our light out into the world, this week I would love to answer another viewer or community question, this time from Melanie. And Melanie asked me, if you are growing larger than life in business and you feel like you're kind of getting into that stage where you feel that your success is inevitable, how do you stop yourself from having that elastic band kind of snapback that sometimes happens when you feel like things are getting too good? Now, this is a great question, and there's a beautiful book about this that brings up the topic of upper limits by Guy Hendricks called The Big Leap. I'll put the link down below. And in that story, he tells about this. It's almost like, it's not a story, it's a book. This capacity that you have for everything to go right. Now, some people have a tiny capacity and they expect drama to happen very early on in the things going right kind of theme. And other people have a much larger capacity. What I would say to you is for you to step up and shine, you are continually going to be bumping up against what he calls an upper limit, where you get to the stage where you're like, oh, this has gotten too good, something bad's going to happen, or something, Now, upper limits can show up in many different ways. So often what happens for me is that I will tend to have a sickness kind of upper limit. For other people, they create drama around money where they have unexpected bills, or they have children, that break arms and all sorts of things, or they create drama in their lives. So I know someone who, when her business is going really well, her upper limit is to start picking fights on her boyfriend. So just be aware of this kind of self-sabotage thing that might happen for you. And maybe you have an amazing capacity for things to go right and you don't have an upper limit to work on that you've actually bumped up against. But if you do, an upper limit to me is always an indication that I'm at the edge of my comfort zone, or I'm at the edge of what I perceive to be possible. So let's give a solid example. Just say you've had a few $5,000 months in your business, and $5,000 now feels like, it's not that much of a stretch. You've got evidence already to say that you can do that. It's possible for you. And so it doesn't kind of bump up against the upper limit yet. But then you make a new goal for yourself. You say, in 2016, I want to create my first 5-figure month. And then something happens. Inside of you, there's something going on. It might be yeah, but you've never done that, so how do you know you're going to do that? Or yeah, but that's going to take a lot of work and I don't want to really do that much work, so I don't know whether I could be able to do that. Or yeah, but I'm going to get busy and then I won't be able to go and have fun with my friends. Whatever it is that's creating the tension is basically blocking your ability to see that that's possible for you. So we are only ever limited by what we believe to be possible. If you believe $5,000 is possible, then that's your limit. If you believe that $10,000 a month is possible, then that's your limit. If your personal limit is now $50,000 because you've lived through all the other upper limits, there's still something that you're kind of perceiving is outside of your ability. So you might think $100,000 months is outside of your ability. So the beautiful answer to this, Melanie, is just to be aware of the stories you're telling yourself about the things have to go wrong. Why not try and emphasize acting like someone who believes this is their new normal? Someone who understands that this is the inevitable conclusion or effect of you living in a particular way. So if, for instance, you're shining in business, everything's going well, then creating more and more capacity for you to believe that that's going to continue, and that not only is it going to continue, that it's just a new normal. It's effortless and it's just within your normal realms of possibility. What I would say is the easiest way to anchor that in as your new normal is, and it's kind of illogical, but create a new stretch goal for yourself. So create the next step. And I don't mean that in a masculine, pushy, strivey, not even going to celebrate where you are kind of way. All I'm saying is you're stretching your perception of what is possible. So your new normal is kind of, it's the baseline of that range, right? This is my new normal. Of course, I'm not going to go backwards. I'm going to go forwards. So you're just setting your mind up for the next step. But again, not in a strivey masculine way, just in a, okay, this is my new normal. So by the next quarter, I'd like to be having this happen in my life. Now that could be around relationships or business or whatever. The other thing I would really want to highlight for everyone listening is the upper limit thing can often be around the belief that you can't have everything. Now, my deep conviction about that is utter bullshit. And what I mean by that is I believe that you can have sweet relationships, a gorgeous family life, and have a soulful business, and have enough abundance, and have enough me time, leisure time, we always call it mum time in my house, but that sort of self-fulfillment type of time, and that it's all possible all at the same time. What I won't say to you is that everything will always be peachy all of the time, but I do think that we have this collective consciousness belief that says, oh no, if work's going well, then the kids have to be yelling, or if the family's going well, then there's no money, or whatever. So if that's kind of pinging in your mind, please pay attention to helping let go of those kind of beliefs for yourself, because they are totally limiting. So to the gorgeous Melanie, yay to you having a great stretch of things being amazing. Please pay attention to what you're not believing is possible for yourself. Stretch to that new perception. And if you haven't already, definitely pick up a copy of The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I will check that. And until next week, thank you for listening and goodbye.